and welcome to this week's Filofax Friday. I thought this week I would talk a bit about videos and blog scheduling and ideas for blogs and vlogs and scheduling those and getting around to doing it and everything. So, Filofax Friday! Quite a lot of you have blogs or YouTube channels, and I know a lot of you also talk about your Filofaxes on those channels, you know, as do I, obviously, because here I am talking about Filofax on my YouTube channel. So, and a lot of you kind of wanted to know how I schedule and organise that in my Filofax itself, talking about said Filofax. So, yeah. So that's what I thought I would talk a bit about today and show you how I do that. Now, if you'd seen some of my videos back in October last year, I did do a setup video on this Filofax. And I've just recently, as in this week, changed it about a bit and repurposed it to different sections and moved some of the sections into my other Filofaxes. And at some point in the future, I will do a setup video on this. I'm just still using it and not quite sure if it's working yet, but you know, because I'm playing along with Filofax Friday too. So you may have already seen the sort of the work sections that I have in this Filofax in those videos, but it's changed slightly because I've evolved and I've kind of streamlined my technique and everything. So, and I think that's what you kind of always need to do. And I know I'm forever saying it: evolve, 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 evaluate and evolve. So, what I was doing is I had just a list in my Filofax of video ideas. Just bear with me. I had kind of a list of video ideas. And then what I was doing is in my diary, I'll flip to a blank page. In my diary, I was doing a to-do list on doing my like daily to-do list and putting, okay, then I need to edit this video, I need to record this video, I want to record this video, and then on another day I was kind of putting edit that video, and then on the day that it was going out live, because I don't always schedule my videos on YouTube, and I'll come to that in a minute. I was writing on the day, like which video or which blog post was going out live, and I was just thinking, oh, you know, I'm just writing this out several times, and it's clogging up my list, and there's no need for it whatsoever. So what I have done now, I'll move to the section in my file, just bear with me, is this. I have a laminated piece of Filofax paper, and it's laminated so it's nice and durable, and I decorated it with some funky stickers. It's nice and durable, and I have these little highlighter tabs, you can see there. They were really cheap. I picked them up from Amazon. I use quite a few of these little doodads for different things, and I'll talk about those in future videos. But I have some of these little thin strips. I think they're called highlighter strips because they're meant to be used for like textbooks and things. If you don't want to like use a highlighter pen in a textbook, you can put those over. So they're transparent, although they're coloured. So there's those. These ones are more like page tabs, although because one bit's white and one bit's like coloured, but they're quite good. And I also use these ones, which are just very slim post-its, basically. So yeah, I'm forever buying, but also using little things like these for various different reasons. And so I already had these in stock, and I kind of thought, originally I was going to use these, and I thought actually they're quite big, they take up a lot of room on my page, so I went for these. And what I do is, this is my videos to make, or my video idea. I mean, I've still got my video ideas page there for like, oh, for jotting like notes that down. So then on here, I just take a little one of those highlighters and I just write the name of the video on there. So this one, for example, is what I'm doing today. It's scheduling vlogs and blogs. Now, sometimes these are quite small, so you don't necessarily have that much room to write on them. So I do still use that piece of paper for. So I use this sheet for jotting down ideas, and then these are quite slim, so I just kind of put an abbreviated what I want to do the video on these little highlighters, and I stick them in here. Now, at the moment, there are 4 colours on here. At the moment I'm trialling some colour coding because I've got 2 different YouTube channels. And so green is for this channel that you're currently watching, and that's to do with art and journals. Blue is, again, this channel that you're watching now, and is Filofax videos. So that's the difference. And then I've got pink and orange, which I'm going to use on my other channel. And on my other channel, I do book reviews on a Monday, and I do tea reviews at the end of the month. I do Grey's Box unboxings, and I also vlog and do tag videos and anything else that I could possibly think of or I want to do. It's kind of a random channel, you know, that I just do whatever I want to do that doesn't fit on this channel, basically. So I'm going to use pink and orange for my other channel. My other channel is called Ginger Juice because I'm ginger. So the orange and pink just really works for that channel. So when I vlog, I don't even plan to vlog. Vlogging is spontaneous. It's on the spur of the moment if I fancy doing it. So I don't schedule in any vlogs, but I schedule in like the book reviews and things like that. I write down the videos on here, and then moving to my diary, what I do, I'll just use a blank pink one so you get the idea. Can't even grab one now. So using a blank pink one so you get the idea, I will have it written on here, and I pop it in my to-do list. So that could be a book review video, and I pop it there in the to-do list section. And that when it's on the to-do list section, that could be film it, that could be edit it, or it could be to do the corresponding blog post, because every video that I make, I have a corresponding blog post on my blog. And then once I've edited or filmed and done all the things that I need to do, I then move it, so I move it from my to-do list there, and say it's going to come out that Sunday, I'll move it over to Sunday when it's just in the diary section. So I know that when it's in the diary section, it's a video that's going live. When it's in the to-do list section, it's something that I need to do for that video, if that makes sense. And that's how it's working for me. So let's talk a bit now about my workflow and my workflow process. Okay, so workflow. So I mentioned that when the highlighter is on the to-do section, I know that I've still got to video it or edit it or blog about it. And you may be thinking, well, how come she doesn't write on her to-do list, video here, edit here, write the blog post here? And there's a reason for that, and that is because I pretty much do those things not simultaneously, what's the word? After each other? Well, around about the same time. So, let me give you an example. So, right now, I am sitting here talking to you. I'm filming this video. Once I've stopped filming, I go straight to my computer and I import it into my editing, which I use iMovie, and I'll edit it straight away. And the reason I edit it straight away is because what I've said is fresh in my mind. So that way I can remember that I got a phone call halfway through this video, so I need to look out for that quickly and cut that bit out. And I find that by editing straight away, my editing time and my editing process is so much quicker, because I can remember what I said, I can remember where I mucked up, so I can remember where I need to cut that out. So I can literally just, jump straight to that bit and just cut it out really quickly. Whereas I found that in the past, when I filmed on one day and then I edited a couple of days later, I couldn't remember what I said, I couldn't remember if I'd made any mistakes, so I ended up having to watch the whole blooming thing the whole way through a couple of times, and it just took much longer to edit. Much longer to edit. So for me, it just kind of works that I edit the same day as I video, or I try to at least. And I know time is often quite difficult and you have to kind of do it when you can, and that's absolutely fine, But I find that I allocate the time to kind of think, right, okay, I'll sit down, I'll video, then I'll edit, and I'll get it all done in like an hour. The video and the editing in like an hour. I genuinely don't spend that long on editing. I know it probably shows. Some videos I do, like if I put a lot of transitions and overlays and things in, they'll take a bit longer, or if I make any graphics for them, that will take a bit longer, but I try and get it done, video and then edit. And whilst the video is rendering or exporting, I then use that time to make a custom thumbnail. So I take a screenshot from the video and make a custom thumbnail, and I do that. And also while it's exporting, because it often takes like a 15-minute video can often take like half an hour or an hour to export sometimes, depending on how big all the images are and everything. So I then go into my Blogger, my back end of my Blogger, and I'll start to write the coordinating blog post. And again, I do that at the same time because everything is just so fresh in my mind, and I find that because it's all fresh in my mind, I can do it all a lot quicker and a lot easier, and I can just knock it out. Whereas if I have to go back to it days later, I kind of really have to think about what it was I said, what it was I wanted to say, and yeah, so I just find that that's what I do, that while it's exporting, I just crack on and edit. There are times when I just can't do that, and there'll be times when you can't do that too, and that's fine. I just have to realise for myself that it's going to take me longer when I do it. So back to the diary section then. Basically, I can remember, I don't have to write video XYZ, edit XYZ. I don't need to keep writing that down and reminding myself, because I already know that I need to edit it. So that's kind of how I log my videos and blogs that I want to make, and how I schedule them in. Have a little bit more to say on that. I generally speaking, at the moment I'm posting on a Monday on my Ginger Juice channel for book reviews. I'm posting on a Tuesday on this channel for art and journal things, and I'm posting on this channel on a Friday for Filofax things. So I've got 3 days out of 7 where I've got regular videos going out, and every single one of those videos has a corresponding or coordinating blog post. And I have a section in my Filofax, which hasn't differed from how I showed it before, for my blog and my YouTube channels. And in that I have printed out just a yearly calendar, and that was from timeanddate.com, and it's just, as you can see, just a yearly calendar so I can see all the dates. And what I do is every time I schedule a blog post in, I highlight the date that it's going out. So I don't know if I'm articulating that very well. So this video, I will sit now after I've recorded and edited it, and I'll do the blog post. And I know that it's going to go out on a Friday because it's a Filofax Friday. So I will take this and I'll look at the next available Friday, that hasn't been highlighted, a blank Friday, and I'll be like, oh, okay, that could go out on the, I don't know, the 28th of February, say. So I shall then choose that as my date, highlight that using a highlighter, and then I'll pop that into the scheduling date section on Blogger and also on YouTube. So I schedule my vlogs and blogs, and also at the same time I then go into Twitter and into Facebook and schedule a post that tells you about that new blog post or vlog that's gone out. So I do that all at the same time, and just down the side there I've just got my little Monday, Tuesday, Friday, and then I've got Wednesday, Thursday, Saturday and Sunday that are random days that I can post anything else if I want to. If I feel like doing one of my tea reviews, or if I feel like doing a blog post and just sharing some pictures from my journal or something like that, I know that I've got some free days that I can do that with, and I just randomly pick one of those days and blog about it. And it's just really useful to have this open on the desk next to you, and you can see what days I've got free and what days I want to do it. I hope that makes sense for you, and I've just rambled on. Okay, so let's talk about Timetable. At the moment, I'm posting regularly, as I say, on a Monday, a Tuesday and a Friday. And in 2013, when I started my channels in 2013, I just randomly blogged and I randomly vlogged and I randomly posted videos whenever I felt in the mood to. And that was very hit and miss. Sometimes it'd be like 3 in a week, sometimes there'd be weeks with nothing. And I just felt that I wanted, in 2014, I just felt like I wanted to get a bit of routine and a bit of scheduling going on for myself and for you viewers as well. So I kind of sat down and thought about what I could do and when. And as I've said all along on Filofax Fridays will take place for as long as I've got something to say about filofaxing. Some weeks there might not be a Filofax Friday if I've got nothing to say. So if it gets to a point where when it's a Friday and there's no video, that's just probably because I haven't got any content or anything to say about Filofax that week. It doesn't mean to say that the next week there might not be something, just that I'll only ever post about Filofaxes on a Friday. And so I kind of developed that timetable so that it would suit me, and I know where I am. So I just think it's working for me at the moment, and you know, I can just I know when videos are going out. It's ingrained in me that Fridays are always Filofax, Mondays are always book reviews, and it's just working that way for me really well at the moment. What else did I want to say? Obviously there's homework for you. So what I wanted to kind of impart really this week was just kind of how I do it, and maybe how I do it, you might take something from that and think, oh yeah, that's quite a good idea. You might not. You might just think, oh, she's talking a load of rubbish. You know, you've got your own ideas, so, and you know, your own schedules and your own what you want to do. I want to point you in the direction of Organised Jen. She did a video earlier on this year on her timetables for her videos and her blog, and that's really interesting. She's also timetabled and scheduled days that she's going to produce certain videos, and rather than me talk about that, I'm going to send you over to her channel and her video, and I'll put up a link in the description below and on the coordinating blog post, so that you can, you know, you can come up with your own way of doing that. I'm also guest blogging at the moment, or a blogger for Journal Gypsies, and I'm also scheduling that in so that I do something for that blog on a regular day as well. Otherwise, I just won't get it done. If I have to write everything down and schedule stuff in, because I can be a right scatterbrain otherwise, and stuff just doesn't get done. If I don't write it down, stuff doesn't get done. So if I don't diarise for myself that I'm going to do something on a certain day, it doesn't get done. And it'll be weeks before I do anything. So yeah, everything's going in my Filofax at the moment. Everything's being written down, so that I can keep track. So I wanted to talk about getting ahead a little bit as well. I already did cover that in a video a couple of weeks ago, but it does also apply to vlogs and blogs and stuff. In as much as I'm posting on a Tuesday and a Friday, as you know, on this channel, because I keep saying it to you. Some weeks, I will literally record a video just a day or so before it's going to go out. Other weeks, I will do about 3 videos in one day because I've got the time to do so. Or, you know, so what I encourage you to do is if you've got some spare time, who has spare time? If you've got some time, or if you want to make yourself time, I find it a lot easier to get a load done at one go. And, you know, that way it's enjoyable. You know, it's still really enjoyable because you're not pressured, and, you know, you can enjoy the process, and you've got a few bank of posts scheduled in, ready to go. And I do that. That keeps YouTube and blogging fun because I don't feel pressurized to do it. Then it's all, you know, if I've got some in the bank, then one week I could do nothing and have some fun time. So yeah, but I watch that video for more on getting ahead. Homework this week. What did I say for homework? Homework this week is try to set up a timetable for yourself to make it easier. Think about if there's a schedule that you could get yourself into, like a regular posting day. Diarise it in, you know, use highlighters or write it into your to-do list. Diarise it in that, you know, every Wednesday you're going to do, I don't know, Workplace Wednesday, or, you know, something like that, that you're going to, you know, you're going to post it in. So actually you're going to record your video on a Monday, edit on a Monday, you know, try and get a little schedule and a little timetable going for yourself, and see if that how that helps you, see how that makes you feel, whether it's kind of a lot less stressful because you know you've got a regular time, and try and build in some time where you can get ahead of yourself as well. Also start to see if you can log a system for creating ideas, so that you've got a bank of ideas that you can always fall back to if you want to record a video. So that's it for this week's Filofax Friday. I hope it's been of some use to you, and I'd love to hear if you've got any ways that you've implemented for scheduling your videos and blogs. I'd love to hear, because mine isn't necessarily the best way. It may not work for you. I mean, it's working for me. It may not work for you. But I'd love to hear if you've got a way in which you schedule your posts in. So thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you next week. Don't forget to check out the coordinating blog post with all the links and homework and everything else in it. So see you next week. Bye. For like there's a sales call. At the moment, get it out, Anna. So at the moment, there was something else I wanted to say. Been really thrown today. You know, kind of easier that way, and I can see it all laid down, and I'm just talking random shit now. Blog and all that kind of stuff, so, you know, it's just... Oh! Oh. Some days you just shouldn't film.